How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? So today we are going to solve another coolest problem, which is Leetcode 347, which is top k frequent elements. So what the problem statement is saying, we have given an integer array nums and integer k. So we have to return k most frequent elements. I will get to the point what that means, and we can return the answer in any order. Okay. So let's just understand what the input is given and how we have to deal with it. Okay, so what will be our flow is, first of all we're going to understand the problem statement, then we're going to talk about its approach, and then we finally going to code it. So that will be our complete flow. Okay, so we as I told you, like we have given a nums of array and k is 2. Okay, so what that means, what the k means? K means like we have to return two most frequent element, like whose frequency is more than other ones. Okay, for example, if you take this example, in this one is appearing 3 times and the 2 is appearing 2 times and 3 is appearing only 1 times. So and the k is 2, it means like we have to return two most frequent element, which is 3 and 2. We have to return these two elements as an answer, as you can see, 1 and 2. Okay, I hope so the problem statement is clear. Like it's not a big deal, and the question level is medium, but it's not way hard. The brute force, like way which one we gonna initially deal with, so it's not a way hard. So the brute force is nothing, just like, you know, what I was thinking is, like, after looking at this question, arrays and the frequencies coming, frequency means hash map means frequency map. Okay, so we're gonna create a frequency map. Okay, so this is our map, frequency map, and over here we have key, and over here we have value, like how many frequencies it is coming. So 1 is coming of 3 times, 2 is coming 2 times, and 3 is coming 1 time. Okay, all right. Now by doing that, now you will say, okay, but how we gonna determine like which one element has to return in our answer? That's the thing. So for that one, we have one more thing. You know, like we are given top something like maximum. So we have to take something like a heap in which, like, we're gonna store our maximum frequency elements on, like so we will use a max heap. So max heap. So what will happen in our max heap? So the smallest element will be our downside, and the top element will be our top side. Okay, so how we gonna put the element, like how we get to know? So you know the most elements that we get, the most frequency elements, so we will get that one. Okay, so this will be 1, so 1 will come over here, 1 will come over here, and 1 represent 3. Okay, something like this. Now our 2 will come over here. Now our 2 will come over here, which is the second one. Okay, so it will be its frequency is 2. Okay, now our finally third will come over here. Our third will come over here, and its frequency is 1. So that's how we're gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope so this thing is absolutely clear. Okay, all right. Now, so now you will say, like, okay, that's okay. Then, like, what if we just create this one, then we just did our work. Now what our work is, we're gonna simply pop it out the top two most elements. We just gonna pop it out the top 2 elements and create another array, and we store in that one. So we're gonna store their values 1,2. So sorry, their keys 1,2. So that's how we're gonna do it. So it's a very pretty simple question. Don't worry, if you don't know like how to use hash map and heap, then maybe you wanna go to understanding like by looking at this problem. Okay, all right. So first of all, let's just code it up. Now it's time to code it up. So first of all, let me just create a function which is given public int, and yeah. So we just talk about problem statement, we talk about our approach. Now let's just see like what the code. So the code is available both in Java and C++. C++ as well, like Java is definitely, but C++ as well in the description. Check that out. You will check it out. Don't worry. Okay, just check it out from over there. Public int top k frequency. For example, we use something like this on our Leetcode, and inside it they have given int nums array and integer k. Okay, all right. Now in this one, first of all, our job is to create our map. Our job is first of all to create our map. So just look at over here what we have did. We're gonna do the same thing. So we create our map of what? Integer, and let me call this map equals to new hash map. Okay, guys. All right. Now what our second thing is, what our second job is. Our second job is okay, we have to fill this one with their frequencies. So for that one, I will just simply gonna run a for each loop, nums for int I equals to nums. Okay, and in this one I will say map dot put map dot put what I comma map dot get to default. So we are just by doing this get to default, what we are doing, we are just, sorry, it's a small r, we are as a capital D. So we are just filling it with their frequencies. Okay, so like if by default it frequency will be 1, and if it's appearing more than one time, then we will get the previous frequency, and we're just gonna add it simply over there, I comma 0 plus 1. I hope so, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is absolutely clear. Okay, so we just did what we did, we just created our hash map. Now our job is to create heap. Now our job is to create, and what heap we want max heap. Okay, priority queue, and this will be of integer as well, integer, and let me just call it simple max heap equals to new priority queue. Okay guys, if you don't know, like when we are creating our priority queue, so we want the top, when we are, if it is a min heap, then it will just finish like this only. But what we are doing is we are just creating our max heap. So in this one we have to use a custom comparator over here. So in the bracket we're gonna use a comma b. Okay, so what a comma b will be, so we are just assigning it like we are just saying like, okay, so by doing this what we are getting, we are just getting the frequency of the values in reverse order. Okay, map dot get. So what it generally do it generally is simply changes frequency, like in the min heap, so we get the smallest element on the top. So by just using custom comparator, what will happen, we get the maximum element on the top. So we are just doing that thing, nothing more. Okay, so now again we're gonna run a for each loop, and we're gonna fill our heap. Okay, so for int key, let's just say key equals to key is map dot key set. Okay, so that's how we are doing it. I hope so, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is absolutely clear. And now what I'm doing is I'm just filling my max heap. So max heap is max heap dot add key. Okay, so we just have added key over here in our heap like this way. Okay, now what our next job is, to create a result array, in which one we're going to finally return our output. So it will be int result equals to new int, and what will be the size? The size will be of k, because 2 elements, like in this question they are saying we have to run a for loop for filling it, for int I equals to 0, I less than k, I plus plus. Okay, now in this one what do we have to do? In this one what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna simply say result I equals to max heap dot poll. So we're gonna poll it out. Okay, so by doing this, what will happen? So it will gonna pop these 2 elements from it. Okay guys, so I hope so this thing is clear. So by over here we get 1,2 like this way. Okay, all right, and finally return our result. So we just did our question in this way. So I hope so this thing is like clear, like how we just have did it. So you can say like it's not a brute force, but like it's a better approach. Like we are using hash map and heap. Now you will ask, what will the time complexity in this one we are dealing with? The time complexity in this one we are dealing with because of n plus O of k log d. Now you will ask, what is k? So k is element, like k is the element which we want. K is the element which we want. Elements want. Okay, and d is unique distinct element. Okay, you know the unique element, not the repeated one, the unique distinct elements. Okay, and the space complexity is as well because of d, the only having the because we are storing only the unique distinct elements, so that's why the space complexity because of d. I hope so, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is absolutely clear. So yeah, by this just we just have solved this problem. As a medium problem, it's not too hard. The only thing you have to know is, like, if you know the hash map and heap, then it's just very cakewalk question for you. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I love you guys. Take care, bye bye.